Hey students, good morning and let me welcome you for this fantastic session on classification of accounts, which is very much needed for further going into accounting. So what is an account? An account is nothing but a summarized record of all transactions related to a business, related to various assets, liabilities, income and gains and expenses and losses. Without preparing an account, we cannot come to know that what is the position in a particular account, that how much to be paid by the business, how much to be received by the business, what are the various assets as of now, what are the expenses and losses, and what are the incomes and gains. So there are four categories which we can do very properly. Number one, assets. Number two, liabilities. Number three, expenses and losses. And number four, income and gains. And do remember, students, that these categories are further divided into types of accounts as real accounts, nominal accounts and personal accounts. So that is the basis here, that is the fundamental here, which we want to see that on what basis the accounts are classified into nominal, real and personal accounts, without which in accounting we cannot do anything. So that is what it is, very essential. At the same time, we can see the definition given here. An account is a summarized record of transactions affecting one person, one kind of property or one kind of gain and income, one kind of expenses and loss, and that is there. At the same time, let's see classification of accounts. A chart is here, that is personal account, real account and nominal account. Let me classify it in a very simple manner. So personal account, you can see here three bifurcation is given: natural person, artificial person and group or representative person. Whereas real account is further classified into tangible real and intangible real. At the same time, you can see nominal accounts there, which are also called as fictitious account, because all nominal accounts are further transferred to profit and loss account for calculation of net profit or net losses. Let's see one by one. So do remember everybody that as far as classification of accounts is concerned, हमें तीन ही चीजें याद रखनी है: personal account, real account and nominal account. Now this minor bifurcation is just for your knowledge purpose, knowledge sake. Now you can see that personal accounts, natural personal accounts are nothing but name of the people: Ram, Sham, Geeta, Sita. All these are nothing but natural personal account created by the law, created by the nature, you can say. Artificial personal account, which we have created like a company, a bank, a firm. All these are nothing but artificial personal account. Say State Bank of India account, Reliance Industries Limited account, TCS account. All these are nothing but artificial personal account. Whereas group or representative is nothing but the bunch or people representing the particular category there. And those examples you can see here: outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, income received in advance and accrued income. Now this is quite easy to understand. Don't be confused as far as representative personal account is concerned. Let me give a simple example to you, that is debtors account and creditors account. Now we all know that there are a number of suppliers from whom we purchase raw material on credit basis. There are a number of banks from whom we can take loans or money on credit. At the same time, there are a number of customers to whom we can sell goods on credit basis, that is debtors. So obviously debtor and creditor is nothing but a representative personal account, my dear. So do remember this one. This is quite easy to understand. We are going to go much into depth about outstanding and prepaid in the next part of this lecture only. Further classification is impersonal account, that is real account and nominal accounts. Now real accounts are further bifurcated: tangible real and intangible real. Real accounts are simply assets, you can see here, because tangible real accounts are computer, cash, machinery, whereas intangible real is goodwill, patent, copyright and trademark. So I can simply say that all real accounts are usually assets. Obviously either tangible or intangible. Tangible assets are nothing but those which can be seen and touched, are called as tangible assets. Computer, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixture, cash in hand, cash at bank, all these are tangible real. Intangible real are which assets cannot be seen and touched but which can be felt, जिनको महसूस किया जा सकता है. For example, reputation of a company, that is goodwill, trademark, patent, copyright, all these are nothing but the tangible, or these are intangible real accounts and intangible assets, because these cannot be seen and touched but which can be felt. The last account is nominal accounts, my dear, which I called you as fictitious accounts as well, because entirely these are transferred to profit and loss account for calculation of profit and loss in the end there. So you can see here where there are expenses and losses of the business and income and gains of the business. Expenses and losses: stationery, purchases, advertisement, these are obviously the expenses. Losses we can add here. Now what can be the losses can be added here is bad debts account, We all know bad debt is nothing but the amount which is not recovered from the customer. At the same time, loss by fire account, loss by theft account, or goods lost in transit account. So all these are the losses there. So here losses, expenses, all these are nominal accounts. Whereas you can see on the right hand side, income and gains. Income and gains में क्या क्या आता है students? So interest received account, discount received account, and sales account. Sales is nothing but the basic income of the business, that is income from core operations of the business. So interest received, discount received, sales account, all these are nothing but the income account. At the same time, these are, you can say, fictitious accounts or nominal accounts. Now students, do remember, accounts are classified basically, that is personal account, doesn't matter it is natural person, artificial person, or group person. At the same time, it is further classified into real accounts, either tangible or intangible. That is not the case, but we are going to identify that if the account is real account on the basis of if it is an asset. And third, the account is a nominal account, that is either expenses and losses of the business and incomes and gains of the business. So let me make some summary for all of you here. Can I say all these statements for you and we can simplify this particular thing? Number one, all assets are usually absolutely which accounts? Yes, that is correct students. All assets are usually real accounts. ये कभी भी याद रखिए, मतलब आंखें बंद करके अगर assets आ गया तो हम उसको सिर्फ asset बोल के real account बोल के क्लासिफाई करेंगे, फिर वो tangible हो intangible हो, that doesn't matter. Second category we can make here as all expenses, losses, incomes and gains of the business. Obviously business is a central thing here because we are not assuming from a point of view of a person, rather from a point of view of a business here. All expenses, losses, incomes and gains of the business are nominal accounts. Now these basics will help you a lot students, absolutely. And the last one, that is क्या बचा? अब बचा क्या हमारे पास? हमारे पास बचे सिर्फ liabilities. Only liabilities are pending with us as of now. So I can say that all liabilities are usually, सारे liabilities usually क्या होते हैं? All liabilities are usually personal accounts. So here we are concluding this, my dear, कि सारे assets real accounts होते हैं, सारे liabilities क्या होते हैं? Personal accounts होते हैं, which we can see here, और सारे expenses, losses, incomes and gains are always nominal accounts. So I just simplified for you. तो पूरा चार्ट रिमेंबर करने के बजाय बड़ी आसानी से हम याद रख सकते हैं that all assets are real accounts, all expenses and losses along with incomes and gains of the business are nominal accounts, and at the same time all liabilities are usually personal accounts. So अभी बस हमें on the basis of this we can do a quick classification of accounts and identify the different accounts here. So just the bifurcation is there in the form of chart for you for your better understanding, but at the same time do remember all assets are real accounts, all liabilities are usually personal accounts, all expenses, losses, incomes and gains of the business are nominal accounts. Accounts इसके बाहर जाएगा ही नहीं students, real, nominal and personal. Quickly अब सारे accounts अपन identify करते हैं, नीचे कुछ दिया है, basic exercise is given for all of us so that we can finish it quickly and identify the accounts here. Now here, classify the following accounts under the types of personal, real and nominal. Just we concluded that all assets are real accounts, all expenses, losses and incomes along with gains of the business are nominal accounts, whereas all liabilities are personal accounts. So on that basis, quickly let's classify them, and all liabilities are usually personal accounts. So इसको classify करते हैं. N is nominal, P is personal and R is real. We are not going into much into that natural person, artificial person or group person. At the same time we are not going to see tangible or intangible. Our task is just to do it as real, nominal and personal. So let's classify them into real, nominal and personal quickly. The first one itself is a tricky one, that is Rohit's capital account. Now we just have seen that any person is a personal account, maybe a natural person, maybe an artificial person or maybe a group person. So it is Rohit's capital account is nothing but a personal account. Another reason is that there is a concept in accounting in terms of generally accepted accounting principle says that business entity concept, legal entity concept or separate entity concept. Concept says that in the eyes of law, owner and business are two separate legal entities. So in the eyes of law, owner and business are two separate legal entities. Whatever owner gives to the business, business is liable to pay it back to the owner, and whatever owner withdraws from the business, owner is liable to pay it back to the business. So that is why capital is always a liability, because capital is the amount which is invested by the owner as a risk capital, whereas drawing is the amount which is withdrawn by the owner for personal use, which the owner has to give back to the business. And at the same time, as owner is taking risk, so obviously the profit made by the business is also a liability which need to be paid by the business to the owner. So that is why capital and drawing is always a personal account. Do remember this. So there are certain other things which need to be remembered. Along with that, all assets are real accounts, all liabilities are usually personal accounts, all expenses, losses, incomes and gains are usually nominal accounts. So let's classify drawing account. As I told you just now, it is again a personal account. Both are personal accounts, drawing and capital. The reason is business entity, separate entity or legal entity concept. At the same time, capital and drawing cannot be done without the owner, without a natural person, absolutely. Third one is prepaid rent account. As we have seen that outstanding prepaid, now rent is which account? Rent paid is which account, student? Rent received is which account? Rent paid is an expenditure, rent received is a income. So obviously it is a nominal account because rent paid is the expenditure and rent received is the income. But rent paid in advance, because prepaid means paid in advance, it denotes that it is nothing but paid in advance to a particular person, and that is why it is termed as a liability. At the same time, it is a personal account. Obviously prepaid rent account is not a liability for the business, it is an asset. देखा जाए तो अकाउंटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से असेट है, लेकिन अगर सिर्फ रेंट है, रेंट पेड है या रेंट रिसीव्ड है, देन इट इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट बिकॉज इट इज आइदर एक्सपेंडिचर और इनकम. बट इफ इट इज आउटस्टैंडिंग रेंट, इफ इट इज प्रीपेड रेंट, आउटस्टैंडिंग मतलब ड्यू बट नॉट पेड, prepaid matlab paid in advance, now you are supposed to pay it but you haven't paid it, that is outstanding. And you are not supposed to pay it right now but you paid in advance, that is prepaid rent account. Now outstanding or prepaid both denotes either a liability or an asset, but at the same time this is a liability towards a particular person, identified person. That is how any kind of expenditure, do remember this, याद रखिए कोई भी ऐसी चीज, जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने बोला सिर्फ रेंट अकाउंट इज कंसिडर्ड एज आइदर पेड एब्सोल्युटली एंड देन इट इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट. अगर रेंट पेड है तो नॉमिनल अकाउंट है, रेंट रिसीव्ड है तो भी नॉमिनल है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये आइदर एक्सपेंडिचर है या इनकम है. अब यूजुअली जब भी ऐसे सारे चीजें दी जाते हैं, रेंट, सैलरीज, वेजेस, एडवर्टाइजिंग, इंटरनेट चार्जेस, कुछ बोला नहीं जाता पेड या रिसीव्ड. हम इसको क्या मानते हैं स्टूडेंट्स? पेड ही मानते हैं. और अगर रिसीव्ड दिया then that is income, again it is a nominal account. So rent paid is a nominal account, rent received is a nominal account. But immediately when it is converted into outstanding, outstanding का मतलब क्या है? Standing out, waiting to be paid. Yes, so that is nothing but due or accrued, मतलब देना है लेकिन अभी तक आपने दिया नहीं, उसी के साथ आप इसको बुला सकते हैं. Another one is prepaid. अगर prepaid है, outstanding है, कोई भी रेंट, सैलरीज, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, देन इट इमीडिएटली बिकम्स अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. फिर ये पर्सनल अकाउंट बन जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि इट इज आइदर सपोज टू बी पेड टू अ पर्सन और इट इज ऑलरेडी पेड टू अ पर्सन इन एडवांस. प्रीपेड है तो ऑलरेडी पे किया, आउटस्टैंडिंग मतलब अभी पे करना बाकी है. तो याद रखिए सिर्फ सैलरीज है तो नॉमिनल अकाउंट, सैलरीज रिसीव्ड है तो भी नॉमिनल, सैलरीज पेड है तो भी नॉमिनल, लेकिन आउटस्टैंडिंग सैलरीज है तो पर्सनल. व्हाई? बिकॉज आउटस्टैंडिंग सैलरीज मतलब सैलरी देनी है लेकिन अभी तक आपने नहीं दी है. So it is due to a person, hence it is a personal account. At the same time, prepaid salary is also a personal account. Why? Because it is paid in advance to a person. That is how it is a personal account. So कोई भी चीज अगर इस तरह से आप एडवांस में पे करेंगे या फिर आपको पे करना है, पे नहीं करेंगे, then it is usually denoting as a personal account. एक बड़ी सिंपल चीज याद रखिए, सैलरी, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, कमीशन, डिस्काउंट account, all these are nominal accounts. But once they become outstanding or prepaid, then they immediately converted into personal accounts because they are either due to be paid to a person or they are already paid in advance to a person. तो prepaid हो, outstanding हो, due हो, accrued हो, ये word अगर लगता है किसी भी salary, wages, interest, commission, rent के पीछे, then the account becomes a personal account. So very simple. तो यहाँ पे salary account बोलूंगा तो nominal है, salary received है तो भी nominal है, outstanding salary, prepaid salary है तो फिर personal है. सिमिलरली इंटरेस्ट अकाउंट है तो इंटरेस्ट पेड बोल के नॉमिनल है, इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड है तो भी नॉमिनल है. व्हाई? बिकॉज आइदर इट इज एक्सपेंडिचर और इनकम. लेकिन अगर आउटस्टैंडिंग इंटरेस्ट है, प्रीपेड इंटरेस्ट है, देन इट बिकम्स अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. सो दैट वे अराउंड. सेम वे वेजेस अकाउंट, wages paid account, nominal account, wages received account, nominal account, but outstanding wages account, prepaid wages account is a personal account. Why? Because now it is either due to be paid to a person or it is already paid to a person in advance. So that is what the logic. Do remember this. This is very important क्योंकि ये बार बार आएगा और आपको कंफ्यूज करेगा. तो प्रीपेड रेंट अकाउंट इज विच अकाउंट माय डियर? इट इज अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. पेटेंट अकाउंट, ऑब्वियसली इट इज एन असेट, इंटेंजिबल असेट, गुडविल, कॉपीराइट, पेटेंट, ट्रेडमार्क. पेटेंट इज अ रियल अकाउंट. बस हमें RPN करना है, ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाना है. प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस, ओनली एक्सपेंसेस इज अ नॉमिनल बट प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस इज अ personal account. Freight account is again nominal account because these are the transportation expenses for maybe in using aeroplane or ships or these things. So that is how freight, याद रखिए, it is nothing but a transportation expenses. So obviously it is a nominal account. Sundry income account is again a nominal account. Why? Because all expenses, losses, income and gains are nominal accounts. Goods distributed as free sample, it is simply advertising, my dear, and advertising denotes nominal account here. Let's change the color and move forward. Outstanding wages, just I told you before some time, any expenditure अगर उसके साथ outstanding, accrued, due, prepaid लग जाए तो personal account बन जाता है. तो outstanding wages is a personal account. Bank of Maharashtra is name of the person, it is a artificial person, again a personal account. Computer is your asset and assets are always real accounts. Fixed deposit is again your asset because FD करना asset होता है और asset real account है. फिर से audit fees is nothing but the charges paid to the chartered accountant for auditing your books of accounts, that verifying and authenticity of your books of accounts, right or wrong. ये आपके लिए expenditure है, hence it is a nominal account again. Next to that, उसके बाद जाते हैं and let's change the color. Loss by fire is a loss and nominal account. Income tax is an expenditure, it is a nominal account. सिद्धिविनायक trust is a personal account because ये नाम है, name of the person है. Stock of stationery is a real account. Stationery is an expenditure, लेकिन उसका स्टॉक रखना, जैसे कि पेन है, कैलकुलेटर है, इरेजर है, इसका स्टॉक रखा है आपने बहुत सारा. तो obviously it is a asset and asset is a real account. Income received in advance, again it is a personal account because मैंने आपको बोला anything paid in advance, received in advance, accrued, due, outstanding, it immediately becomes a personal account. Next to that, discount is a nominal account because either it is paid or received. Repairs is the expenditure, it is again nominal account. Next to that, loose tools are nothing but the spare parts which are used in the business and these are real accounts. जैसे कि आप अलग अलग टूल्स यूज करते हैं आपके गैरेज में, या छोटा सा अगर आपका आपने बहुत सारे 4 व्हीलर 2 व्हीलर घर पे ही रहेंगे तो आपका लूज टूल्स होता है. देखिए किसी भी कार में अगर पीछे से ओपन करेंगे आप तो उसमें बड़े लूज टूल्स रखे होते हैं, छोटे छोटे पाने और ये सारी चीजें रखी होती है, so that you can open few things into the vehicle in case of required. And obviously these are assets and assets are real accounts. Cartage is used in a printer and absolutely that is an expenditure, hence it is a nominal account. Copyright is your asset, it is a real account. Outstanding income is a personal account. Commission received is a personal account. Plant and machinery is a real account because all assets are real accounts. Livestock is stock of animals, my dear. जैसे कि गाय, भैंस, मुर्गियाँ, बकरियाँ. Obviously this is a class of assets for the business and hence it is a real account. Radhika is the name of the person, personal account. Loss on sale of furniture is a nominal account क्योंकि ये loss है. Loan is a personal account. Why? Because it is a liability, my dear. Loan आपको देना है, किसी को pay करना है. Loan is always a liability. किसी से भी लीजिए. Legal expenses is a nominal account. Income receivable is personal account because income due but not received. ये outstanding income है, my dear. Trademark is a real account. Motor car is a real account because both are assets. One is tangible and another one is इंटेंजिबल. कौन सा टेंजिबल है? मोटर कार टेंजिबल है बिकॉज जिसको देख सकते हैं, छू सकते हैं. ट्रेडमार्क जैसे कि पार्ले जी, डेटॉल, मैगी, ऑल दीज आर द TM ट्रेडमार्क है, तो ये इंटेंजिबल असेट्स है. GST इज एन एक्सपेंडिचर, हेंस इट इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट. ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट आपका असेट है, रियल अकाउंट. इंडियन रेलवेज इज नेम ऑफ द पर्सन, पर्सनल अकाउंट, ये आर्टिफिशियल पर्सन है. डिविडेंड ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट आपको मिलेगा ऑब्वियसली एंड हेंस इट इज इनकम. इनकम इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट. राज एंड कंपनी, नेम ऑफ द पर्सन इज अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. रॉयल्टी आपको देंगे या आप रिसीव करेंगे, पे करेंगे या रिसीव करेंगे. रॉयल्टी इज पेड यूजुअली ऑन द काइंड ऑफ इनोवेटिव वर्क विच यू हैव डन. तो आपको रॉयल्टी मिलेगी, आपने अगर कोई बहुत यूनिक डिजाइन बनाया जो आप ही बना सकते हैं और आपने उसका आपके नाम पे पेटेंट लेके रखा है, मतलब वो डिजाइन यूज करना है तो आपको पैसा पे करना पड़ेगा. तो रॉयल्टी इज a nominal account because either it is income or expenditure for you. So you can quickly see this, my dear. All these are nothing but real, nominal and personal. And what is the soul or crux of this particular small lecture, my dear? All assets are usually real accounts. All expenses, losses, incomes and gains are usually nominal accounts, whereas all liabilities are personal accounts. And at the same time there is an exception. The rent account है तो आपका नॉमिनल अकाउंट है, रेंट रिसीव्ड है तो भी नॉमिनल है, लेकिन वही अकाउंट अगर आउटस्टैंडिंग, प्रीपेड, ड्यू, अक्रूड हो जाता है देन इट बिकम्स लायबिलिटी. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज आइदर टू बी पेड और इट इज पेड इन एडवांस. इस तरह से पर्सनल अकाउंट बन जाता है बिकॉज इट इज ड्यू टू बी पेड टू अ पर्सन और इट इज ऑलरेडी पेड टू अ पर्सन इन एडवांस, इसलिए ये पर्सनल अकाउंट बन जाता है. तो ये याद रखिए, ऑल असेट्स आर यूजुअली पर्सनल अकाउंट्स. All assets are usually personal accounts. All expenses, losses, incomes and gains are nominal accounts. And finally, all liabilities are usually personal accounts. तो ये हमने देखा यहाँ पे और क्लासिफिकेशन आप देख सकते हैं quickly. All these things can be seen. This is the basic of accounting, my dear. Hope you enjoyed this particular lecture. See you for the next time. Thank you and bye-bye.